And I'm Jessica, and we're with Mindful Life Now. We've got a cardio core workout, and we're standing up for the whole thing. Yeah, no core on the floor, so it's all standing up. So I want you to really think about contracting the core muscles no matter what movement we're doing, and exhaling through that contraction. We're gonna get started in about 20 seconds. We have 30 seconds per exercise, and then we're switching. The first exercise, you're gonna start with that back leg coming straight up and bringing your hands towards that leg, and just two, right? So we're kind of coming into like a crunch position with that front leg in 3, 2, 1, and go.
Make sure you've warmed up already before you start this workout. A couple of stair laps around your house.
Some jumping jacks, some twists.
Arm circles, big shoulder circles.
So we're driving that knee up with a fair amount of power. Christy and I are both going pretty quick here, but if you need an easier version, you're just gonna slow it down.
Both slow down at the same time.
Just a few more seconds and then we're gonna switch sides here. Last drive up and then straight into the other side, no break. Okay, we're gonna do both sides and then we're gonna have just 10 seconds when I describe the next two exercises for you. Think about your lower abs here, using those lower abs to help drive that knee forward. I can really feel this already.
Oh, yeah.
I think that if you don't squeeze your abs, you're not gonna get the same effect though. So really work the core as you come down.
Really easy just to bother the hip flexor, I think, if you don't focus on contraction. Contraction.
Okay, first one's done. We're gonna go into butt kicks. So heels are coming up. And our second one, those boxer steps. Some scissoring the legs. Here we go. So low impact, you're just gonna eliminate the hop for the butt kicks.
Just go here, step it up.
Yeah. And then if you really want to push, go into bigger arms. Really pump those arms and really get those heels up high. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I'm gonna be huffing and puffing through this whole workout with you guys. Bear with me. So we're gonna go for another 5 seconds and then straight switch into that boxer step. Here we go. Front and back. So I'm doing little scissors here. So low impact, you do a step instead. Yeah. Your goal is to keep moving though. Abs are still engaged. We can work our abs through all the core exercises.
A nice soft knee, so you're not locking that knee at all. And really, yeah, keeping that tummy tight.
Yeah.
Thinking about wearing high school jeans buttoned up. And then you can feel as you move the arms and legs, the alternating.
Okay, next one. Leg is wide, arms are here. We're gonna come and connect. Exhale as you come across, bring that shoulder towards the hip. So I'm bringing my rib cage across. I'm not just moving my elbow, but my whole shoulder's coming through, so I've got that rotation. Exhale, connect. Really squeezing. Now this leg here, you can see my knee is soft. That means that it's not totally straight. Lots of balance here. 3 seconds, let's get in. 1 more and switch. Same thing on the other side, no break. We go right into the exercise.
And keeping the weight on, most of the weight on this balancing leg the whole time is a bit more of a challenge. And again, thinking about contracting, and that is what's doing the pull. You're not just lifting through the leg, it's the contract. If rotation bothers your back, you can just do the leg. But we're adding both those movements, the crunch and the twist here, for a nice effective core workout.
Oh yes. All right. Okay, so we got jumping jacks. Low impact, we're just gonna step the feet out. Everyone else, arms up and down. Contract down and really try and find the abs. And then we're gonna be doing squats. Here we go. So really pull those arms down. Now you're landing soft on the ball of the foot if you're in the high impact jack. And then again, if you're low impact, it's a step. We got 15 more seconds to push until we go into those squats. Think about your abs the whole time here. Those legs are not locked out super straight when we land. Okay, you almost ready to squat? 3, 2, 1. All right, sink those hips back. Control your squats. Be mindful of where your knees are. They should be tracking right in front of your toes there and staying behind. Coming out of that squat and out of that hinge, being full extension to those hips. Big booty squeeze. Yes. I'm definitely looking forward to the break. And a drink of water once we get through this.
We still have quite a few ways, a little ways to go.
Oh, I know. Okay, that was halfway. So our pike kicks, you've got one leg back, opposite arm reaching towards the toe. So you got a little bit of twist happening here. Excellent squeeze. It's a big swing. Now if you can't reach your foot, if your flexibility doesn't allow, that's okay. You can just come here. So we got lots of balance happening with this one. You can take your hand to your hip, you can let your arm flow, whatever feels best for you.
Or hold on to something if you can't quite balance and you want to just focus on this big movement here.
Yeah. Contract, exhale, as that leg powers up. Last one. Okay, straight into the other side. So something that helps with balance, right now focusing on one spot on the floor. If you're looking around the room, it's much harder to stay balanced. So find that spot, stay focused on it. Try making sure that your foot is even pressure on the inside and the outside of that sole. To stop your heel and ankle from rolling.
And again, feel that core contraction to lift the leg.
Yes.
Sometimes finger on the belly button actually helps you find that center too.
Okay, we're gonna go to a ski twist. And then we're gonna skip on the spot. Okay, so this twist, you're gonna feel those obliques. Okay, coming into the sides here.
And if you want to jump, just lift the heels.
Yeah. Now this, the more you let those arms go side to side, the more you feel it. The less you go with the arms, the less you're gonna feel it in the obliques. But your heart rate's still gonna be up. Okay, let's go 5 seconds. And take it into skip. Let's use those arms as if we're actually jumping rope, because you will feel the shoulders here. It's amazing when you pretend to jump rope that you actually feel it. There's just no whip of the skipping rope.
Or everyone can do skipping. Without a rope.
Yeah. Okay. We got last 10 seconds here. 2 more sets to go. And 5.
Belly muscles pulled up nice and tight.
Yes.
Smile up and get your heart rate up.
Okay, next 2 are wide. You're reaching in your side lunge, side to side. Next exercise, you're gonna jump the feet apart and then reach. And then jump in. Okay, bend one leg, side to side. So with this, our backs are still straight, so we're not hunched over, okay? So our back's straight, our chest is still up. So if that means you can't actually touch your foot, you're only up towards the knee, that's okay. Okay, you don't have to touch the foot. It's up to how your body moves. We don't want to compensate form.
These big arms. So as you're coming forward, your belly and your shirt or your shirt is coming forward. Try to keep your belly off your shirt. Now,
next one. So we're popping those feet in and out, and then going from side to side. Legs are straight, Christy.
Just for this show, if you can't quite bend, I'll reach all the way.
Then you're gonna come higher. Then you come up here. Just make sure you're not in that side lunge. So both legs are straight and even. When I say that, I mean they're both doing the same thing. We're not shifting from one side. Last one. All right, one more to go. One more to go. Which way are you going to start? Which side?
Left.
Left side. Okay. Which is your right? Okay, we're going to go and squeeze. I want you to think about bringing that rib cage down towards the hips as you exhale. Blow it out and contract, shortening that space in the side there.
So we've done these in a side plank.
Yes.
And now, this can be a little bit easier because you're upright, but I need to focus on your balance. And you go a little bit harder, so we're going to get your heart rate up just a little bit more. Keeping all the weight on the balancing leg. Last 1 or 2.
Okay, straight into the next side. Something really important with these is try not to let your hip twist where it's pointing up. Your hip bones should still be pointing towards us. And same with your knee and toe. Okay, we don't want that twist so everything's pointing towards the ceiling. Because then you're working more into the hip flexor with the leg, and we want you to feel more on the side and running all the way up into those obliques.
Almost there.
Let's go 2 more. Last one. All right, good job. We're halfway. That felt great. I'll be right back.
What was your favorite one? Mine, because if you ever see those little discs where you slide on, my grandmother had one. I ended up buying them for the kids. and you just go twist, 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 twist.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty fun one for me, just maybe because it brings back sentimental. Let me get my water now.
Okay, 15 seconds. We're starting from the top, which were those knee drives. Okay, coming straight up. You can tap the knee. You can let the arms go past. You can crunch. Okay, whatever you want. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Someone told me anytime you do this, when you think about kneeing something, whether that's like a punching bag or that's going to help you get like a little bit more force off that knee.
Using that exhale as
Yeah.
pull.
Totally.
So if you don't quite hear yourself breathing, come on, push it a little harder.
It does make a difference. It makes you use your abs. Okay, one more. Other side.
Oh, good, sweetie.
Oh, yes.
Keeping that weight again on the balancing leg. So standing core workout, you're just balancing. It's a challenge.
So you'll notice that we're looking down at the floor, because again, we have that focus spot for balance.
And I'm gonna keep that spine in line as well as I move forward.
Oh, definitely feel around 2, 3, 2, 1.
Awesome. Okay, I might take off my sweater. I'm warm.
Yeah, I'm wearing a My Fit Life Now tank. I am. Okay, butt kicks. Here we go. Okay.
We're gonna match a little bit. My rusty pants and this was not planned this morning.
I think I'm ready to go soon after.
Kick your butt, kick your butt. Boost up that immune system. Stay healthy and lungs are working.
Yeah.
Blood's flowing, warming up the body. His arms moving as well.
All right.
Yes. That's just very switch.
I like these.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like running, but you're not doing. This is why I really love spin too. Spin bike.
Yeah.
Riding, but you're not going anywhere.
All right, 10 more seconds. I'm gonna pump my arms just a little bit more. Get more out of this. Tightening into those abs.
Rock hard from the last workout.
I know, right? Okay. We got those obliques coming. Oblique twist. All right, so we are controlled as we come across. Exhale, squeeze. So remember, it doesn't matter where your elbow goes. The rotation is coming through the spine. So where is that shoulder connecting to?
Similar to a bicycle crunch, yes?
Yeah.
We're keeping that chest up, and the rotation is coming like from the torso. So I'm not trying to pull the elbow down to the knee, just like in a bicycle crunch. I'm trying to pull the armpit to the knee.
Oh,
Excellent. Good change. All right.
I don't know why, but I like this side better.
We have one balance. I find a balance better on this side as well. Good. You need to hold on to something. Or if you don't want to use the arms, you can still get the twist. Get the rotation bugs your back. Just the knee pull as long as you're focusing on that core.
So something that I want to share with you guys is I actually don't ever really train my abs in a core specific exercise. Like I won't necessarily do ab workouts. I train my abs all the time.
All the time.
Everything.
Every
Upper body,
exhale.
lower body. Whew. So if you can just keep in mind what you're learning from today's workout, and that's engagement and breath, and no matter what movement you're doing, you can make those abs work.
And thinking about that pelvic floor, especially in jumping jacks.
Yes.
You'll see moms out there, and you're like, okay, you can't jump anymore, that's okay, but that just means you're gonna work on that pelvic floor a little bit more. So in your jumping jacks, but also in that twist. If you think about tightening up and pulling up that pelvic floor, then when you go and do this pull, you may not feel so much tension in those hip flexors.
Yeah, very true.
Everything staying strong. Squeeze your arm coming up. Smiles up.
Push those feet through that floor so the back side of those legs work.
Opening up the lower abdominals as you stretch.
Okay, we have time for 2 more squats. 1 more squat. All right, one leg back. So we've got, again, that big reach. And if you can't reach your foot, that's okay. Just do what you can. But again, we're exhaling as that connection comes together.
Pull the pelvic floor up, tightening through the center. This is a great cardio workout that is mindful and centered for your center.
Yes. My arms just both go up. You had your hand on your hip last time. Did you find one way easier?
I'm just trying to play around with different things. Like I said before, I've had a client tell me fingers on her belly button helps her think about that center.
Right.
Okay, so have your hand here. You hold on to something for balance. Turn around. Other side. I don't know. When we did the windmill arms, I was flapping my wings around, but I feel like I want to get nice and steady here and have that center. So whether my arm is out, on my hip, on my belly, as long as I'm focused on that center.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if you have more arm movement, more cardio for sure. Last one. Our ski twist. How are we doing?
I'm good. I can shake things out a little bit here and there.
It's good. Good to do that.
Okay, here we go. So remember, again, your arms make a big difference. Here, I don't really feel much. As soon as I let those arms really come in.
And if you let everything hang out through here, this is going to bother your back. I'm exaggerating. But I want to pull that tummy in and stay strong so that center column right through my body is solid. And when I rotate, it feels good actually on my back. Feels like I'm working my core.
Yeah. You look like you're doing a dance move. The forward ears. Love it. Can you guys ready to skip out? Let's get those arms going.
I do like to dance. My kids laugh at me all the time when I'm dancing in the kitchen. Even my 3-year-old mom dance like this.
You know what? I'm trying so hard to learn the dance moves right now that it's like popular in school. There's DAP, I think it's called this. And then there's, or DAP, I don't know. See, I don't know. And then the floss, and there's one more, and my son's like, Mom, no, stop. You're not doing it right.
I'm on the TikTok dancing now. There's some new stuff happening.
Oh gosh. I don't know anything about that. I'm so far behind technology. Okay, side lunges, you guys. Remember, we want your back straight. So if that means you only are reaching for the knee, that's okay. If you can't get those hips low enough, because of your range of motion, take it to the knee.
This one, like my arms are swinging a bit more on this one. Even the way we heel. So don't let you can wiggle your toes here a little bit. So you feel that weight is coming back so that your knee is not going past the toe. It should never feel here. You're going to feel pain in that knee. So sitting back, booty's back, belly's up. Woo! Okay, next one. Now, I think the reason to adjust, I bent my knees a bit more. If your back is a bit sore,
yes.
I really want to go to my knees. Okay, sometimes that hinge, if you can't, not flexible enough through here and then reaching down. So you can bend the knees a little bit. Your goal will be straight. So work up to it. I don't think that just because we're not able to do something today, doesn't mean you might not be able to do it next time.
And sometimes us trainers can't even do exercises. Like last week, Christy put me through stuff and I was like, amazed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. But I'm going to try as hard as I can. All right, we are down to our last one.
And you will be surprised at muscle memory. So if this workout video or any workout that you're doing is difficult for you today, I challenge you to try it again in a week or so.
Yeah.
And you'll be so surprised at how much easier it is for you. So keep doing it, and then you can start to add on ankle weights, okay, little dumbbells, graduate up to bigger dumbbells, make it harder, slower sometimes is harder. Other side. Or faster, depending on what the movement is, but always bringing it back to basics, focusing on that center in every exercise you do. Bicep curls, you can work your abs. Okay, jump squats, you can use your abs.
Yeah.
Balancing nice and soft here on the one balancing leg, knees soft and strong, all the weight is there. This leg, easy. Yeah. Big lift, we're almost there. Oh, awesome.
One more good up for me. All right, we did it. You guys did it. Thanks for joining in. Now, I would say for sure, don't forget to stretch your hip flexors, your sides. We don't want to skip out on stretch because injury, and you're not going to recover as fast. It's so good for you.
So good. That's a great stretch for you, just to bend the knee, open up the hips, want to add on, reaching over, it's right into the front of those hips there. Great stretch, but find a video that you like as well.
Yeah.